My name is Ari, the Healing Empress. Oh shit, aka the Fly Goddess. Somebody could be coming towards you, telling you some information that's gonna have you choked up because what the fuck was that? How about a car accident and died? Somebody get in a car accident, somebody gonna die. Well, I be damn. All right, big tower moment is here. Princess treatment for you. I don't know what the hell that's about, but that was on top of the deck, so literally as I was starting the video, that shit was like, tell her this, McDonald's is significant. All right, splurge, you're getting ready to splurge, all right? You're getting ready, in order to splurge, shit, you gotta have it to do so. All right, so something could be happening out of nowhere. All right, Spirit is asking you to use your discernment at all times. This energy is so abundant, all right? Nothing can fuck it up. Nothing can fuck up this energy. All right, somebody is doing something that you cannot resist. All right, and then you got big tower moment here. All right, there's a big tower moment getting ready to happen, or there's a tower moment that is happening. All right, and it has to do with something that you cannot resist. So something is going in your favor. All right, somebody is hiding a pregnancy as well, or a hidden pregnancy is here, and that could be the big tower moment. All right, a baby father is significant, or somebody named John could be significant. John or Jonathan. The next 72, confirmation. All right, 24, 72 hours within 3 days. All right, something could be happening. Within 3 days, you could be getting a lot of confirmation. All right. Something significant the next 3 days when it comes to your son. All right, inheritance, property, titles, some sort of investment is what I'm hearing. All right, one of the rugs is significant. Nephew is here. All right, exactly what you want. All right, you're receiving something. Exactly, whatever this is, it's exactly what you want. Something is happening earlier than expected. All right, looking for you. You got a baby father looking for you, and somebody could be looking for you. All right, somebody is wanting to take you on some sort of big vacation. All right, if you are looking for a read, please let me know, all right? All right, if you don't have any of my contact information, you can leave a message in the in the comment section, all right? And let me know if this video resonates with you. I would definitely love to know, okay? All right, your entire family had you fucked up, indeed. Feds is here in Walmart, so somebody could be getting in some sort of trouble. Virgo is significant. All right, somebody could be drowning in a situation. All right, somebody's going to be drowning in a situation. All right, somebody is doing what you asked them to do in the past. Somebody is getting ready to sponsor your life, or something's being sponsored to where you don't have to do anything. All right, getting ready to get on the road. All right, Maryland is significant. All right, splurge. All right, so you could be going on some sort of vacation. All right, somebody tried to unalive you. All right, somebody tried to unalive somebody. I see dead people. Somebody's being haunted. Mansion is significant. Paperwork, book, sponsoring your life. Paperwork, somehow paperwork's the books. Feds, I'm looking into something. All right, there's something that the feds are looking into when it comes to some sort of murder. What the hell? Or somebody tried to do something to somebody, a Virgo or a divine feminine. Royal money, there's money here. Somebody tried to do something for money. Poison. Ooh, the way these cards coming out, goddamn. All right, something that you're not even thinking of. All right, so somebody could have did something to you and you're not even thinking about this person. All right, this is the person that tried to do something to you, something that you never thought of. All right, whoever this is, they are committing some sort of fraud as well. All right, let's see. What's going on? All right, somebody hard drugs is here. All right, somebody is on something, a baby father. Ugh. You could be finding out that a baby father is on something. It's a fixed paperwork, all right? Somebody did something, there's some sort of paperwork that's being fixed, all right? This is going to be something good for you, all right? And then I got being romantic is here. All right, so you got a baby father trying to come towards you. I don't know, this could be significant. Your ancestors are defending you, showing you a whole new different side. All right, heavy 444 protection. All right, you are being protected from somebody from your past. All right, phone tap this in. Yeah, in a minute. All right, this is not your reading either. All right, this is not your reading. Take what applies and leave what does not. All right, sweeping you off of your feet. All right, wiretap. All right, somebody's being watched. Cricket Judge is here. All right, watching your lives and social media. You got a lot of people. Goodbye, motherfucker. You got a lot of people that want to be in your energy right now. You got a lot of people that want to be in your energy right now. All right. Downtown is significant. Giving you what you deserve. Somebody's giving you what you deserve. All right, downtown, resort, beach. All right, again, somebody could be going on vacation. Somebody could be going on vacation. I hate when people watch a personal reading and be like, I'm not doing something. Those are usually the people that are doing it. All right? I pay attention to a lot of shit. If a read does not resonate with you, then you should simply shut the fuck up. All right? Maybe this reading isn't for you. All right, 2 weeks is significant. A decision has been made. There's some sort of a decision that has been made, or somebody's making a decision within 2 weeks. All right, whatever this is a good decision. All right, something's growing. All right, something's growing. What the hell going on? What the fuck? Somebody could be bickering. All right, like I said, that's a good decision that's being made. All right, somebody's wanting to grow out of a situation, react, explain, and defend. Is what somebody is not doing anymore. All right, somebody lied on you really bad, but you're protected by darkness. All right, trillionaire is here. All right, so whatever this decision is, it has something to do with financial gain. All right, somebody could have did some sort of fraudulent workings. All right, in order to maintain something. I was going to say maintain. All right, a sibling. All right. Sagittarius, insignificant. Or Spirit is saying you're finding out something because of your belief system. All right. Autobots roll out. Something is getting ready to happen for you really fast. Something is taking off really fast. God damn, all these cards keep falling. Alright, so somebody's coming to tell you some sort of truth. Alright? There's some sort of truth that is coming towards you. Sagittarius could be significant. There's some sort of money call here. So somebody could be calling, telling you about some money, an old lover, a week significant, renewal, road trip. All right, you could be getting ready to go somewhere in a week. Excuse me, confirmation. Heart attack is here. Somebody wants to extend the family. Somebody could want to have another child. Stroke is here. Damn, who the fuck? All right, I mean, this could be related to the rug that was there. All right. All right, so having a sit down about you, they only trust you with their money and their heart, all right? Good life is loading. Somebody is being romantic. Somebody had to fix some sort of paperwork when it came to you. Candle magic. Somebody could be doing some sort of candle magic. Police is being called. All right, something is happening. All right, never slept with this person. Royal bloodline, store owner could be significant. Somebody don't want to live without you. Surprise engagement, emperor, and they want to slow you down. All right, so somebody could just be bettering themselves. All right, things are moving forward for you. Things are moving forward for you. All right, let's see. Things are moving forward for you. You're going to start to see shit crumble around your ass like it ain't nothing. All right. The park is significant. Easy selling. A lot of grounding energy. A lot of ease energy. All right. Land is here. Somebody dying for what they did to you. Siblings, partner is significant. Dark practitioner, I don't know why it's screaming sister, but I hear brother too, so. All right, there's some, why is hidden money falling under land? So somebody knows something about, God damn. Bro, come get this. Come get this for me. Crystal is here. Crystal is significant. Yeah, crystal is here. All right, something is significant when it comes to the park for you. Heavy protection is all around you. All right, this has been coming out a lot for the Empresses, all right, because you're getting ready to game. All right, there's somebody's making some sort of special plans when it comes to you. All right, somebody's never letting you go. All right, somebody's never letting you go. The beach is here. All right, the beach. You stay on the beach. That's crazy. Somebody could be going to see a dark practitioner on the beach. Confirmation, orange is blue. Finally moving. Somebody's on some hard drugs. All right, this person knows about money and land. Yesterday is significant. Midtown. Something could have happened with this person yesterday. Somebody sees your glow up. An old real estate agent is significant. small. Somebody feels small. 2, 3, 4. Somebody see that they fucked up coming for you. Hard drugs. This is somebody on some hard drugs, all right? Somebody is going through karma yesterday. This person hates your power, all right? Pineapples is significant arrest. File false police report. False paperwork, all right? Arrest. This person is getting arrested for fraud. What's going on, love? This person is getting arrested for fraud. All right, and if you guys have done if I have done your burns, all right, and you're waiting on your message from the burns, please let me know. You're getting that farm, so there's a farm here. All right, wiretap. If anybody is interested in doing the burn, you're sitting on the ground. Look, I'm just talking about a whole bunch of grounding too. It's a lot of grounding energy. If you are interested in doing the release and burn, all right, removing blockages, any blockage when it comes to eviction, when it comes to moving, money, I don't care what it is, children, relationship, all right, those are $25. All right, they are $25 right now. All right, they are moving up to 40 to 50. All right, so take advantage of it while you can. There's a money call coming. All right, rental is significant. Property rental. Somebody could be renting out some property that's yours. But that would be some instant income because that shit would transfer right over to you. All right, there are 3 people in here and nobody is tapping the motherfucking screen. Peace, you always tapping. V-Gar, what's going on? All right, I'm blocking here. Beyond, if I don't see you tapping the screen at all, baby, you got to go because why are you here? Why are you here? Come on now, we all been on it long enough to know how this shit go. What's going on, India? Baby, I blocks. You gonna have to create a whole nother page to come see about me. All right, something significant with old friends. All right, something significant with old friends. What's going on? How you doing? All right, I am live on TikTok and YouTube at this time. If you are interested in a personal read, please let me know. All right, money call coming from, I always said money coming from everywhere. All right, something is getting ready to be released. Something is getting ready to be released. Somebody only wants you and they want to marry you ASAP, or somebody only wants you. They want something to grow deep. They want a deeper connection when it comes to you. All right, setting you up for greatness. Spirit is setting you up for greatness. What's going on, Crystal? Motherfucker, come on and tell my hello, good night. Get the fuck up out of here. All right, somebody's setting you up for greatness. Somebody want to spoil you. Hey, love. All right, needs no validation. All right, you got jar magic here. Somebody try to do jar magic on you. Somebody finna get fucked up. Like this whole read. You know what this whole read is about. Spirit won't even let up off of this person. What's going on, y'all? Spirit won't want you to let up off this motherfucking person. Spirit like, nah. It's her. I expected this reading to go a whole nother way. Aunt is here. Spirit say no, everything else under control. Everything else is under control is what I heard. But remember, Spirit say Spirit was going to start showing you shit as things were starting to come in. All right. Offshore accounts is significant. All right. And then you got happening real fast, exciting times. Everything is turning completely around for you. All right. So everything is turning completely around. All right. If anybody wants to get into the release, all right, the release and burn, baby. It is working really fast, all right? I did it for myself. The following week, I received over $1,000 and I was able to move, all right? I was able to do everything that I needed to do as far as taking care of where I was, food and everything, all right? I was able to do everything that I needed to do in order to switch locations to make a smooth, easy transition. Spirit did that shit for me. All right, I got one girl who was facing eviction. They letting her fucking stay. You already know. When you going through eviction, they ain't letting you fucking stay. All right, so there's a lot of testimonies coming from off of this. All right, and it's instant shit. All right, people are seeing things the same day, the next day, within the next week. All right, but I'll tell you what it ain't doing. It's taking 2 weeks. There was one person who didn't have a car, so she couldn't go to work. All right, this person received money to get a car, and she was able to go back to work. All right, so if you are interested in removing obstacles of anything getting in your way, look at this shit. The time is now. Ooh, shit, the time is now. Now card came out. So if you are trying to relocate, all right, if you are trying to get that job, all right, if you are trying to get clarity in your relationship, all right, $25. All right, $25. If you are wanting just the release and burn and no read, that's $20. All right, but with the read is $25. All right, so you get a read for $5. I don't have no reads for $5. All right, that's just something that I'm giving to show my appreciation, also to show you exactly what's happening. All right, because drastic changes is coming from this shit. All right, I moved 15 hours away. 15 hours a motherfucking way. So if you are interested, please let me know. All right, is there anybody on YouTube that is wanting a read? All right, everything is happening just like you want it. The Waffle House is significant. Everything is happening like you want it. Somebody is moving quietly. I damn sure did. All right, somebody is moving quietly. All right, somebody finding out that a child is not theirs. All right, so it's a whole bunch of chaos going on around you, but as you can see, that shit ain't got nothing to do with you. Everything is working in your favor. God is just showing you shit, all right? God is showing some shit, all right? Rental. Somebody could be renting something, or you're getting ready to rent something, a home, or you're getting ready to move. Somebody's wrong here. Let's see what this is. All right, there's a house that's already picked out for you. Eastern Star is significant. All right, Eastern Star was in the wrong. Somebody is realizing that they were wrong. Whew. All you got to do is wait. So all you got to do is keep pushing forward. All right, somebody get ready to go to a spa. I heard victory. Waffle House keep coming out. Something significant about Waffle House breakfast. All right. Breakfast food, ain't nothing like it. All right, everything is happening just like you want. All right, everything is happening just like you want. Drive there. Now, I'm telling you, something is happening now. Somebody is coming in with a ring. All right, so I'm telling you, if anybody is wanting to, what was that? If anybody is wanting to get in on the, I'm sorry, if anybody is wanting to get in on the burn, please. And thank you. All right. I am going to start preparing for that around 7:30. So if you want to get in, all right. How many people am I doing? I'm only doing 5 people. All right. So 5 people can join. I'm only doing it for 5 people. All right, once I do the removal, I'm also calling in money. All right, so I'm also calling in money. So if you are wanting a burn and release and money to be called in, burn and release and money to be called in. All right, $25. All right, I'm only doing 5 people. All right, so if you are interested in moving, getting that new job, or that relationship working out for you, if you're interested in, all you got to do is wait. So if you are interested in being a part of the burn and release, all right, you ain't gonna have to do shit, but wait after it's done. Literally, it's gonna come straight to you. You ain't gotta move. You ain't gotta do shit. You ain't gotta do nothing but do what you already been doing, knowing it's coming. All right, moving quietly. Something's getting ready to happen. All right, when it comes to moving quietly. All right, God is blessing your union. God is blessing your union. You could be getting ready to fly somewhere. All right, let's see. All right, guys, if you are interested in the burn and release, please let me know. Let's see what happens when the burn and release gets done. All right, Ace of Wands on the top, forward fucking movements. All right, so if you feel like something is stopping you from moving forward, yes, luck is on your side. All right, so if you are interested in removing things that do not serve you so that you can gain whatever it is that you need to gain to move forward. All right, you need to get over a heartache. All right, whatever it is that you're needing. All right, celebration is here. All right, so you're getting over the bullshit. All right, the bullshit is behind you. All right, yeah, you're being set free. All right, so if you need to be set free from a situation, all right, or if you want to call in stability. All right, it's our moment in the world. Baby, that's closing cycles so that finances can come in. King of motherfucking coins. I don't need to say nothing else. All right, so if you are interested, please let me know. Is anybody interested for a reading over here on YouTube? All right, is anybody interested in a reading over here on YouTube? Or is anybody interested in the burn and release? The burn and release. It allowed me to move 15 hours away with no money. All right, called in over $1,000. All right, out of nothing. So if you are interested, please let me know. If you are looking to move, if you're looking for a new job, all right. Most everybody who's been doing this live over here on YouTube, all right. I hope you have a good one.